Welcome back to Robyn's Academy. And when it comes to pizza photography, the possibilities are as endless as the toppings on your favorite slice. First up, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, and I'm sure this will bring up a rather heated discussion, and I want to hear it in the comments below. Choosing the right pizza, because when it comes to pizza, I will say I didn't quite realize how different they were. Obviously, we have the Neapolitan Italian style, we've got the Chicago style, the New York style, the Sicilian style, the Californian style, and what I'm recently adding to this list is the British style, because I didn't realize how different things were until I actually did this video. Vibes are very different. Next up, we need to think about arranging those toppings. We need to make sure they're balanced, both visually and create a bit of interest. So we need to make sure they're spread evenly. We need to make sure that we have a variety of toppings. We need to pay attention to colors, textures, shapes. And we need to make sure that we get the right composition. Talking of colors, we need to make sure that your pizza pops. In that little bit of garnish, especially if you're going to go down that Italian style, enhances the colors and gives it that touch of freshness. So whether you're thinking about adding a little basil, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of chili, or that classic olive oil, those small details really do make a difference. Next up, we need to be thinking about the texture. You've got to get that crunch on that crispy crust. Play around with the different textures, whether it's crispy pepperoni, the melting cheese, the crunchy crust. You can add depth and dimension. Don't be afraid to let the cheese ooze and let the pepperoni curl up. It all adds a little bit of dimension to it. Talking of which, we need to make sure we're adding depth. Use props and different background elements to allow a little bit of depth, whether you're looking for a rustic board, a sprinkling of flour, especially things like your meat around the edges, adding some fresh ingredients, mushrooms, tomatoes in the background to give a sense of depth and dimension, because that's important. Next up, we need to make sure we get the right plate. Presentation is everything when it comes to food photography. So choose a plate and serving style that meets the style and size of pizza. Opt for neutral colours or complementary colours, and keep it simple. It doesn't want to distract from the pizza itself. So whether you're a food blogger, a restaurant owner, or just somebody who cannot resist the cheesy slice, well, make sure that you can capture your cheesy slice as an art form as itself. From the classic Neapolitan to the towering deep dish, which I still don't fully understand. Somebody hit me up in the comments below, because it looks upside down. It might be a Brit thing, I don't know. Help me out. The top 3 mistakes that I see people make when it comes to pizza photography: too much cheese on top, and they literally cannot see anything other than the cheese itself. While it's tempted to pile it on, you don't want it to distract from the actual toppings, and you don't want it to be overwhelming. Second one is overcooking. Absolutely nothing worse than looking at a pizza and it's overcooked, therefore it's a rubbery texture, it's an unappealing texture, and it can take away that overall visual appeal to the pizza itself. And as always, the magic of any pizza is the cheese pull, and therefore making sure that it's fresh, hot and freshly cut, making sure that it's layered appropriately so you get that pull, and you need to make sure that you're using the correct cheeses, because some cheeses definitely pull better than others. It's why the Italians use mozzarella. So whether you're snapping pictures for fun or for business, don't forget that sharing your pizza photography creations by using pizza photography and tagging us at Robyn's Academy, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. Until next time, happy snapping. Don't forget to eat it, because you know, pizza's awesome. And if you want to be like really sneaky, and we're going to start sharing a couple of ideas of what are your best toppings, because I cannot move away from a meat feast. It's like the more meat the better.